Once again, I welcome all to the second AL Legal Roundtable. What is the idea of the Roundtable? The Roundtable is an offline extension of the Ask a Lawyer Forum, a forum that was established in April 2016 on the WhatsApp platform, whereby a number of lawyers go together to simply ask themselves about everyday legal questions that are relevant in solving the problems of clients. And they got about doing that under the theme sharing knowledge in building enduring professional ties. And with that came the extension of taking the concept of Ask a Lawyer offline into the real world, whereby they can equally impact on the legal profession and the community at large. And hence, the second objective developed, which is to drive professional development towards excellence. It is that second objective that gave birth to the AAL Legal Roundtable, which is what we are here gathered doing. This is the second AAL Legal Roundtable. The first one was on the 19th of December 2017. And we're glad that we're able to have the second AAL Legal Roundtable, particularly that involves a greater number of members of the legal profession beyond the members of Ask a Lawyer Forum. And that being said, I come to the object, the purpose of today's legal roundtable, which comes under the theme, independence of the judiciary. That, no doubt, is a theme that goes to the very root of the administration of justice, in which we are officers of the court. And as members of the Nigerian Bar Association, that indeed is our first priority, which is, according to Section 3, subsection 1A of the NBA Constitution, that is, as lawyers, our first duty as members of the bar is to defend and protect the integrity of both the bar and the judiciary. At this juncture, we shall go into the opening session of today's AAL Legal Roundtable, which shall be led to us by Honorable Justice Kazeem Alogba, the Admin Judge of Lagos. You're welcome to the podium. I should explain the format of the roundtable. At this roundtable, we have no audience. We are all participants at this roundtable. That is, we will have speakers who will just lead us, introduce us into their chosen subtopics under the theme independence of the judiciary, with a 10-minute introduction, and it will go onto the floor for our members of the roundtable to take the subject up by question and answer in an interactive format, which will go for about 30 minutes. Over to you, my lord.
Good morning, gentlemen. I said gentlemen because it is commonplace now for our female colleagues to announce and say, Shinchabe S.A. Esquire. They are generally dropping Mrs. now, I don't know why. And I had said to one of them, if I'm a member of your husband's family, I will sue you. Because we paid full bride price. Why should we drop the Mrs. and only use Esquire now? Well, that's the start of the Lord's notes. Good morning, everybody. I welcome all of us to this intellectual discourse. In short, I've looked at the theme of this discourse, independence of judiciary. It is all-encompassing. Most of the time we think that when we talk about independence of judiciary, it is limited to the courts and the judges. That, to me, is a restricted view and understanding of that theme, because it is from the bar that you get the judiciary. So if we are talking about independence of the judiciary, some bit of it will come from looking at what goes on at the bar itself, and thereafter what comes from the bar to the bench, whether the lower bench or the high court bench or the appellate courts. So I would rather take the issue of independence of judiciary from the quality of the practicing bar, because you cannot put an unbaked bread forward and expect to have a judicial authority. If at the bar level the standards are not there, if at the bar level the discipline has not been cultivated, if at the bar level the knowledge has not been imparted, if at the bar level the ethos of the profession have not been imparted, invariably at a point in time the judicial benches will have to be filled up. We will not bring people from heaven. It is what is available that these benches will be filled up from. And so therefore, the product that you have from the bar is what you transmit to the bench. That again will affect the independence of the judiciary. This way, because when you have judges or magistrates who are not learning enough, we are not asking of perfection. But as we pride ourselves as being professional, for you to say you are a professional, there is a minimum level of standard expected. If that minimum is not there, because we will only have to develop all the time, if that minimum is not there and you are transmitted to the bench, of course the bench will suffer for it. And that is when you will have judges or magistrates who must take dictations before they can deliver their judgments. The mode of appointment is another thing. In my days, I was drafted here at a very young age. I was 36 in 1996 when I became a judge. And then I didn't apply. I didn't write an application, and I never attended any interview. I never did any exam. Judges just noted me in court. And if I may share my experience with you, I was in court one day, and the registrar after my case said, "Mr. Alogba, my Lord would like to see you." I was trembling and said, but for you to be told that a judge needed to see you in those days, you start wondering, I hope I've not committed any offense. So late in the afternoon, I went back, and my Lord said that you call me. I went in, and he said, "Look, I'm proposing that I come to the bench." I thought he was talking to somebody behind me. He said, "You, Larry." And that's another thing. I picked the word Larry because he talked to me as if I was his brother. That is one thing we are missing in the profession now. If you associate too much with a lawyer now, the next day he has a case before you, a petition follows. We have lost it in the profession. That's one thing we have lost. We used to pride ourselves as a family, but now because a judge knows Shitabe, a judge knows Karim, a judge knows this, you think that you can never get justice for that judge. No, it's not like that. The justice you will get will come from the record. To be on record. So if it's not justice done, the appellate courts are there. We really have to return to those good old days. And this helps the profession a lot, because we impact to each other. We tell us what's going on at the bar. We tell you what is going on the bench. It is for the betterment of the profession at large. That's nothing to take away. But mainly, when it is now that you must come to the bench, we all know what we are talking about. As a judge, I shouldn't talk too much. But we all know what we are talking about. The method of appointment to the bench, whether the lower bench or the High Court bench or the appellate courts must be properly reorganized. To me, it's something of shame to say that a would-be judge should go and sit down and be writing exam. Is that what we copy from the British? A would-be judge will have to write exam. Sometimes they say there are so many. So you do a first exam, you do a second exam, then you do a short listing. God. Can we not get back to that system where you are looked at based on your performance, whether during arbitral proceedings, whether during practice, whether at the academic forum, and then you are said to be, oh, this is a good material for the bench. Can we not get back there? Because to me, it's not good enough to say you must go and write exams. Who says the exams cannot be leaked? Who says the answer sheets cannot be changed? But if you are chosen and members of the bar will have the opportunity of contributing, attesting to your capabilities, then there will be no fear at all that the wrong hands will get to the bench. Because if I am chosen or recommended and it's thrown back to the bar, we have recommended A, B, and C. What's your comment? If I'm not good, my colleagues will comment. I won't be there when they'll be commenting. That's one thing that I still think we should think of at the bar and work towards recommending that should be abrogated. It will lift up our standard. It will lift up our standard. As a lawyer, you cannot behave in certain ways. You cannot be in certain companies. You cannot afford to do certain things. Because first and foremost, you are called a gentleman. That's why everybody now realizes you must be an expert. And as a gentleman, certain things are not expected of you. And certain things are expected of you. You must be able to conform to these limits. Where this impacts on the independence of the judiciary, as I earlier stated, is that it is what we get from the bar that will bring to the judiciary. And I must say that standards are falling, both as to the ethos of the profession, both as to the learning. Standards are falling. I've had cases come before me when lawyers have admitted criminality. I still had one before me, and I'll give you the example. A divorce matter came before me, and a party was asking for divorce. The wife was asking for divorce. The husband now cross-petitioned for nullification of the marriage. And guess the reason? When I married that woman, I thought I was available for marriage. I didn't know that my earlier marriage had not been dissolved. Although I obtained degree of dissolution of marriage from the High Court, and those two degrees were exhibited. So I was wondering, what's this? I looked into my file, and I saw a degree nicer several years back, which would have matured into a degree up to 3 months after. I saw another degree of dissolution of the marriage again. What's going on? To cut it short, when I looked into the matter in depth, I found that 2 certificates had been obtained from the High Court of Lagos State by the same person. And he had thought that the first certificate had ended the earlier marriage. So he was free now to marry this lady who is the petitioner now. But he later discovered that in any case, that certificate was more or less forged. And so there was no dissolution. And that's the reason for contending that I thought I was eligible to marry the person. But I now know that my first marriage was still intact. So the proper thing to ask for here now is not divorce, but nullification. Because that was a marriage contracted while the earlier one was still alive. I felt like leaving. And then guess who? I won't name names. But it's a very senior lawyer, I'm sure, of not less than 35 years standing at the bar, who procured these 2 certificates. And not only that, as if to authenticate these 4 certificates, actually wrote to the client, I procured the certificate from the High Court of Lagos State. So when this new case came on, the new lawyer now told the client, you have to go to court to testify. The client said, no, I've not been going for the past months now. I have to just go there and get me this. It's not done like that. You must testify. So I never testified in any of them. The lawyer now insisted and said, if you didn't testify, you obtained this certificate, something must have gone on. That's why he went to conduct the search, and its findings came out that those two certificates were actually forged. I was mad. That this could happen in this profession at this time when everybody is making noise about the integrity of the profession. I just closed the file and I said, I'll bring this to the attention of my chief judge. But when I got to chambers again on second thought, and knowing who we are Africans, I said, this old man, if I report him now, this man was suddenly go away from the profession. You did not say that I destroyed his career. And that is one thing that we should always be really of. When we have to do the proper thing, certain degree of malfeasance can be overlooked. But when it borders on forgery from a professional, particularly this noble profession, I think we shouldn't look back, and I'm not going to look back on it. Because if you consider that individual alone, you will bring sympathy. What about the global effect it will have on the profession? And of recent, we had the British Embassy and one other embassy sending a number of certificates to us to verify. And most of them we found were forged. Let's look at the global effect of it. When you get out of the country, now you are at the airports. Once you show your green passport in Nigeria, you have to stand apart. These are the reasons for such results. So if you use sentiment to cover it up, you might think you are doing one person some good. But what about the entire society, the larger society? Beginning from the profession itself. And what it could cause to members of the society. So in short, that's just an example. A lot abound. All I'm just trying to say is that please, as members of the profession, the integrity of ourselves, our professional integrity must be key. And where this impacts, like I said, on the independence of judiciary, is that it is a product from the bar that will come to the bench. No matter the quality of people you have at the bar, people like us will age. And the best evidence of that is this. When I came on, I was still a friend of the barbers. Most of them don't greet me anymore because I don't have anything to take like 22 years after. We are all going to be like that. We will face out. That is why those of you who are senior at the bar must not relinquish your responsibility to train the junior ones, to put them online, and to show the example. Most of the time, what judges are made to do now, judges should really not have any business doing it. A colleague is not dressing well. It is when I come that I see it, and I don't tolerate it. Those of you know me, I don't tolerate it. As a judge, you are not meant to be, as a lawyer, you are not meant to be a dandy, but you are meant to be conservatively well dressed. And it doesn't cost anything at all. It doesn't, particularly for those of us who are males. It doesn't cost anything. But seniors are abdicating their responsibilities. And Moyo Ezia is one of them. It's not doing enough. They are not doing enough. You will remember the days of Papa in the Shofola. Shofola will pull you by your jacket. You are not properly dressed. Shofola will look at your shoes and say, look, are you a lawyer or a theater artist? We need to get back to that. Because this is a profession. It is not a book learning alone. It's about what obtains inside that circle. And these things will fade away if they are not transmitted from generation to generation. So we must inculcate in the younger ones the ethos of the profession. Some senior will say, you have a different sort of young men nowadays, they will abuse you. Then I told one of them, if you corrected a junior in court and he abuses you, just leave him, let me know. Raise it when I'm sitting. I'll deal with him. That is the synergy we should have to ensure that we perpetuate the integrity and the discipline and the standard of the profession. We shouldn't lose it at all, we're almost losing it. And this impacts a lot on the independence of the judiciary. How again, it is most of these juniors or even senior counsel who are not learned, quote and unquote, that will use petition as tools of appeal. Because they don't know what next step to take. A judge has made an order. You have the right of appeal. But because he doesn't know anything about it, all he thinks is that write a petition. They will take away that file from the judge, and the judge will be sanctioned and this and that. We are losing it. We are losing by that penchant now the skill in appellate advocacy. What should go into appellate advocacy is now going to, can I call it petition advocacy now? That's another thing we are losing, and we are not looking at it that way. These are areas we must look at. A lot abound, but I think that if we stay here till dawn, we will still keep talking about various areas or aspects of erosion of independence of the judiciary. They are not limited to what goes on in the judiciary. They also encompass what we do as legal practitioners. Because there is no way you can divorce the bench from the bar or the bar from the bench. We are members of a family doing the same work from different beds for one ultimate goal: justice and the betterment of humanity. On that note, let me stop. Thank you very much.